What's up guys, Brandon Johnson here again, and thanks for joining me. Today we're taking a look at the classic old-time tune, John Hardy. So John Hardy is a really fun tune to play. This is kind of the Doc Watson version, it's the classic version. When I first started tabbing this out, it really stood out to me, that backbeat feel. So I really wanted to emphasize that in this lesson. And this is obviously very common in bluegrass, and what you generally hear is the bass player playing on the and. So if the soloist is playing the melody on the one, or on the front of the beat, then the bass player is often going to be playing or emphasizing the backbeat or the and. So I hope you enjoy this one. Let's check it out. Okay, so let's take a look at measure number 1 now of John Hardy. So what you'll see here at the beginning is a pickup measure. So generally with the pickup measure, it's not numbered, right? So it's just kind of a little half of a measure sitting there right before measure number 1. So we're starting out here on the open G on an upstroke, and that's an 8th note right there. And then we're going to hit a series of 16th notes. And I actually like to play this with my middle finger here, just this pickup measure. And we're going to start with a downstroke on the 2nd fret G to open, to 2nd fret G, and then we're going to hit that open B to 1st fret B. Then you'll see at the beginning of measure number 1, there's actually another 1st fret B, and that's an 8th note as well. So you're going to see 2 8th notes in a row to start measure number 1. So that's going to give us a slight pause before we get into 2 more 1st fret B. And the way I like to think about this is when you see those 2 1st fret Bs there, that's kind of like the beginning of a long series of 16th notes that we're going to be playing here. And it's going to start out with an up down on the 1st fret B, and then we're going to go to that open high E, okay, did you catch that? So we started on that open high E to 1st fret high E, and then open high E again. So we're playing that with our index finger, and then with our ring finger we're going to bring it down to that 3rd fret B, and then back to 1st fret E to open. Right, so we're really kind of working with our index and our ring finger here on this B and high E string. Okay, and then you've got that open B string there. And then the last 3 notes of measure number 1 is just going to be your 1st fret B to 3rd fret B to open E. Okay, and that's going to lead us into measure number 2. Okay, and when we look at measure number 2 now, we're kind of just continuing that kind of line of 16th notes that we came out of measure number 1 with. And we're going to start there on that 3rd fret B to 1st fret B, and then 2nd fret G. So we're back to that G string now, and we're really still just working with our index and our ring finger here. And when we go to that G, that 2nd fret G, I like to play that with my middle finger. So that 2nd fret G right there, that's an 8th note, so there's a slight pause. And then it's open G, 2nd fret D, and then open G again. Okay, and then there's another open G just kind of hanging out there, and that's on a downstroke. An eighth note again, so it's a slight pause after that. And then you'll see 5/16 notes at the end of measure number 2. And we're going to start there on that second fret G to open, to B, to first fret B. Okay, let's play measures 1 and 2 with the pickup all the way through to the metronome. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and that leads us into measure number 3. Okay, when we look at measure number 3 now, we're kind of starting out the same way we did in measure number 1, right? Kind of minus the pickup, although the pickup is really at the end of measure number 2, so you can kind of think of it that way. But we're going to start this measure out exactly like we did in measure number 1. So we're going to start with a downstroke on that first fret B after a slight pause, and then we're going to hit the first fret B to first fret B again really quickly. And then here you'll see a hammer-on that high E. And so far we've been playing this all with our index finger. So this hammer-on is on an upstroke. And really it's about the timing here, because the notes are fairly straightforward. But you'll just want to practice this to the metronome and get that nice backbeat kind of feel with this song. So you'll see that hammer on there, and then there's a rest. And then we're going to get into some more 16th notes here. And it's an open high E to first fret high E to open high E. Okay, and we're still playing with our index finger here. And then we're going to hit the open B on a downstroke to first fret B to third fret B. So it's kind of a walk up right there. Okay, and that's going to lead us into measure number 4. Okay, looking at measure number 4 now, we're looking at third fret B on a downstroke. Now that's going to be an eighth note, and then you'll see a 16th note rest there. So it's an eighth note followed by a 16th note rest. And then we're going to be playing the open high E. And then sticking with this same kind of ring finger position here, we're going to go back to that third fret B. So that third fret B in the middle of the measure there, it's going to be the same thing. So you'll see it's actually a 16th note this time, followed by an eighth note rest. So it ends up being the same kind of amount of space there that we had at the beginning of measure number 4. Okay, and so right after that third fret B, you're going to see another third fret B on an eighth note. And this time we're going to hit a series of 16th notes to finish this measure off. So it's going to be a third fret B on an upstroke, followed by an open G on a downstroke, an open B, and then a first fret B. Okay, let's play measures 3 and 4 now, all the way through to the metronome. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. All right, let's take a look at measures 1 through 4 now, all the way through to the metronome. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and that leads us into measure number 5.